Was that an Outrage crew? We're back. The background is blue. We got that sexy red and blue in the background, dude. It almost looks purple. Does look a little purple. Looks like the goddamn. Looks like the. Looks like that Purple Rain lounge behind me, dude. Looks like people should be, smoking hookah behind the Outrage Chancellor. All right, come on in here. It's that old school. It's that old trusty and true. All right, that iPhone SE, son of a bitch. Why is it so goddamn complicated with OBS, ladies and gentlemen? Obviously bisexual. That's what OBS stands for. All right, hopefully the other stream got ended here. Let's get Drudge Report over there. Let's get the Outrage crew popped up over here. Come on back in, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting it figured out. God damn it. I just can't have the Outrage crew. I can't be in the middle of a sentence and see the thing loading and have people, missing what I'm saying. I can't be neurotically wondering if the stream is cutting out. So it's got to be 100% smooth, or we just can't do it, dude. We got to get that other cord, get the other monitor rocking. Apparently, ladies and gentlemen, because I was trying to set up that display capture on one of my cameras, or on one of my monitors, and I could only get it set up on the monitor that doesn't have the video card plugged into it. So, it was confusing me in OBS. I was trying to set up that display capture on the monitor that has the goddamn video card plugged into it. And it wouldn't let me switch the goddamn display. I don't know what the fuck's going on, Bradley Murray. The goddamn, I can't be in the middle of a sentence and be neurotically wondering what the hell's going on with the loading and the buffering and the interruptions and the glitching and the loading. I can't be bothered with it. God damn. We got to do this phone situation. What up, Burgess? Man, it's a goddamn complicated endeavor. Oh, they said live streaming would be fun. They said it would be easy. They said you could just turn it on and it'll work. They said. I don't know what the hell is going on. I gotta get in there and put on my small hat and tinker around with the settings. I've got to basically download my consciousness into the computer to get it to work. I've got to create a goddamn alternate reality. But goddamn it, if it wasn't worth doing, it would be easy. All right, that's why it's going to be hard to get the shit working correctly. And once we do, it's going to be magical. Till now, my lack of Jewish heritage is really rearing its ugly head. I mean, my mother was very neurotic. That's the closest thing I have to being Jewish. I'm not very frugal with my money at all. I'm not Jewish with my money at all. As soon as I get it, I spend it on things. What up, Alan James? So yeah, what were you saying about having the having the OBS be live at the same time, you're saying it takes too much processing power. I thought the OBS had to be live at the same time as the live control room. Am I fucking up there? Or should I end the live thing on the OBS when I start the live stream on the control panel, so that I don't take up too much goddamn processing power? I'm confused. And also the display capture camera I have, it was going to the monitors. It records a local file if it's ticked on. Oh, okay. Okay. So it might be recording at the same time, and that might be fucking it up. I don't know. I tried to go with the Logitech Capture, and the goddamn program just froze up. You know, and I had to Alt Control Delete and just close the goddamn program because I was trying to go into the settings, and it just glitched the fuck out. So I closed that out. I went to OBS. I did that procedure you showed me on the little tutorial video you made. And I started the live stream, and it seemed to be rolling right along. And same shit happened on the previous webcam live streams. It gets to like 15, 20 minutes in, and then it starts fucking up. Check my bit rate on OBS. I think it's 30 frames per second. I think that's what it was. Yeah, I think it had it set on 30. Let me see here. That bit rate. Frames per second, 30. Oh, 6,000. You're talking about a different value then. I'm in the settings and on the video tab in settings. It says common frames per second values. Oh, that would be cool. That would be cool if you could, if we could have a little, settings output. Okay, video bit rate. It says 2,500. Is that weird? I have no, I have no reference. I don't even know what's weird. It says 2,500, Dad. But that would be cool to have, I think YouTube needs 4,000 plus. Okay. Well, goddamn there. Could be the culprit. All right, we'll do some experimentation after we're done here. We'll make some unlisted videos, see if we can't get it rocking, ladies and gentlemen. Damn it! It seemed to be, I don't know, did it seem to be better than the previous webcam streams now that I had the cord going to the video card there? It seemed to be a little better. I don't know. And then we hit 20 minutes and it was glitching up every goddamn 30 seconds. Let's see. How do I check if it's we'll fuck around with the settings after the stream. I don't want to get too technical here. What's cracking, Birdie Cracker? We're back on this goddamn phone situation. We still got the rave going on in the background, ladies and gentlemen. On in the background. All right. Jeffrey Epstein's private island, it capsized. All right, that was a goddamn earthquake, and it folded into the goddamn sea, like that congressman said. Have you ever seen that video of Alex Jones has played 1,000,000 times with that congressman who was like, if we have too many people on the island, I'm afraid that it may capsize and tip over into the ocean. No, that pedophile island, it capsized. Alan James says it was good, then it glitched, but you were getting YouTube notifications about rates. I was getting notifications in the live control room about keyframes and how, I don't know, it was saying I either had too many or too little. I don't know. Birdie Cracker says pedos make great dog food. I mean, yeah, dude. For me, I'd prefer piranha food because it's very theatrical. I mean, if you throw somebody in a dog pen and have them get eaten by dogs, I mean, it's pretty vicious, and it's, it's kind of fun. You get on that Calvin Candy behavior, and it's not racist, but you're anti-pedophile. All right. That's fun. That's all good. But I prefer that Kim Jong-un. I prefer that piranha tank. All right. It's very theatrical. It's very Bond villain-esque. Welcome back, Sweet Chin. Welcome back, Salty. No, it's not the internet, baby. We got that extra. We got that good connection. All right. We're rocking the connection good. We just got to get the settings calibrated correctly in that OBS. It's fucking strange. The strange vixen, that OBS. Yeah, I dig the lights. It gives it a little bit of funkadelic in the background, all right? Gives a little bit of that damn, Jimi Hendrix vibe. All right? People should be, having orgies in the background and taking ecstasy. They should be dancing, They should be, smoking hookah. I didn't choose purple. I tried to do that red and blue, and you know what? It combined into purple. But I got the remote right here, and so we can fuck around with it if you like. You can do some goddamn flashing. But that shit's kind of weird if I just... That changes to white. Look at that. Look at the damn flashing light, baby. We partying. Let's do all blue. All blue, damn it. See, we got that all blue. Oh, no, it's, changing on me. Stop changing. That's why heaven is taking me back, because of the mood lighting. There you go, dude. All right. But don't say anything to heaven about, officially being taken back. All right, we're in discussions. All right, we're in contract negotiations. All right. I need to get off these mean streets out here. I like the purple better a little bit than the straight up blue. Let me change the other. Where's this other remote? Oh, here we go. I like that purple. It's a little bit royal. Must have got some free malt liquor off Postmates as well. Oh, dude. No, we got them fat stash of pizzas, though. Holy shit. I walked out of there like a goddamn bandit with them pizzas. All right. That's that expertise veteran Postmates move, dude. When they stack the delivery up. All right. And you see the name and then they cancel and you go and you ask for the name. Oh, that's that sneak move. And they kind of deserved it for not asking for the number. So if Postmates delivery, you got to ask for that number, dude. You can't just accept the name. You get what you deserve in this life, ladies and gentlemen. What up, Plain Talking? I hope you like the mood lighting we got back here, baby. We got it rocking. It's a goddamn dance party in the background. We got the motherfucking ecstasy popping off. No, Nick is not engaged to heaven. All right, we're engaging in negotiations. All right. It is. It's like the UN. It's like the Council on Foreign Relations. All right. I've been engaged in the Council on African American Relations. Yeah, Clean Talking. I was telling them about your goddamn Tinder endeavors there. That dude, I mean, some dudes are like that. I mean, I know. I mean, the stripper chick I know out here who's raised in Compton, she tells me all kinds of stories about how weird motherfuckers get in LA. All right, especially, I don't know about, I mean, this Armenian dude in your case, getting weird, but I mean, a lot of white dudes out here getting weird. All right, they like inviting big booty bitches over to their houses in Calabasas and letting them piss on them and stomp on their nuts and kick them in the ass. And they think it's fun, dude. Some weird motherfuckers out here in LA. They just want you to bang their wife because they don't know what the fuck to do with it. Salty says, does libertarianism let you marry your property? Well, fundamentally, I'm married to the truth. But we're making connections. All right, we're making commitments to individuals that we value in our life. All right, we're not taking things for granted. Heaven's a special little special little jelly bean there. She's that dancing jelly bean. What more could you ask for? She's super thick. She's got a high IQ. What more do you want? She wants to be a mom. Mars Hot says, 2 girls, 1 cup. Well, how dare you put that image back in my mind of that fucking horrific video. All right, that was freshman year in high school. The individuals were passing that video around, and I mean, it was funny at the time, but why? Why do we got to watch this soft-serve chocolate doo-doo come out of these women? Alan James says, Clean Talking, Nick was just saying you were going to be coming over soon to take some MDMA, play house music, look at his lights, and see what happens. That's not what I was talking about. All right? If I invite Clean Talking over here, all right, it's for talking shit on the Outrage cast. I'm not one of these, these weirdo individuals who are looking to, have their significant others ravaged in front of them. I mean, if I was setting up that situation, it would be to kill somebody. All right, I would not be getting off on it. I would pretend, and then I would sneak in there, dude, and I would get that stab in the back for whatever reason. But yeah, you would always get assaulted with the 2 girls 1 cup video out of nowhere. And there was always that joke on the internet of the chicks with dicks thing where like you would click on a link and people would troll you into clicking on the link, and then all of a sudden it would be the chick with a dick like riding a dick, and then the dick was Ferris wheel spinning, that horrific shit. These internet pranks. Clean Talking, yeah, this Clean Talking, apparently he was engaged in the fucking behavior in the other room, and then he got nervous because he thought the dude was going to sneak up behind him, and then he went out there and he made the motherfucker pinky promise he wasn't going to kill him. And I love that that's his standard of, when he narrowly survives the stabbing, all right, and he's in court, and he's like, I told the motherfucker it was a pinky promise. And both of them are like, we don't know. This black guy just broke into our house and started raping my girlfriend. Yeah, Mars Hot says it was a moment in history. Like, where were you when JFK, Challenger, 9/11, two girls, one cup? Dude, I was at the goddamn breakfast table in high school freshman year. People had just got smartphones, all right, and we're already trying to goddamn, put it in people's face. That was weird growing up in that internet, in that first wave of the internet era. All right, we were that first generation, all right, of young men going through puberty, and then we were the first ones, all right, in that stage of our life to see some porn. It's hard to goddamn handle that shit, and then you just look for the weirdest shit imaginable. I had crazy ass friends, dude. They'd pull up a goddamn bestiality video just for the fuck of it, just because it was there to be Googled. It's very fucking weird. And then there was all these discussions around the lunch table. I hung out with the cool kids in high school, dude. I was, I wormed my way in there based on my athletic prowess, even though I was on the bench in the basketball team. All right, but I hung out with them funny, popular motherfuckers by the time I was a sophomore, junior year. We'd hang out at the breakfast table, and one of the main pieces of conversation was like, it became funny to talk about jerking off openly and admit you jerked off, and then like the discussion was like, what type of porn do you watch and how many times do you jerk off a day? All right, and that was that go-to funny discussion. All right, and looking back on it, it was pretty goddamn weird. We were sitting there eating our goddamn deep fried chicken, we were drinking chocolate milk, and we were talking about porn. We all got subverted by the access to the internet. No, I'm not a boomer. I'm a millennial. All right, we're carrying the millennial generation. We're actually getting on that useful millennial behavior. All right, we're trying to come on here. We're trying to get down to the meaning, to the root, to the purpose, to the mission. Trying to bear that cross and stagger uphill for Western civilization, dude. We're not on this frivolous nonsense. We're not doing the dating apps anymore. We're not going out here and sticking our dick in random holes just to have fun. I don't blame you if you do it, but goddamn it, I abused my privilege. I hit rock bottom. It's time to clean up my act. All right, I've gotten my, yes, I'm a millennial, but I identify as a boomer. Oh man! Well, a lot of my life has been spent trying to appease boomers. All right, that's why I ended up going to college. That's why I ended up trying to go for that engineering degree. I was trying to make my parents happy, trying to make them proud. All I ended up doing was smoking a bunch of weed because I hated being in my classes and being at the fraternity. Not a goddamn good time, dude. I did all the worst parts of the fraternity. I did all the pledgeship. I did all of the menial bullshit work where you go around and get your paddle signed by all the members, and you hang around at the frat parties, and you're not the cool one in the frat yet, and all the members are getting pussy, and you got to hang around and just try to get some castaway pussy. It's not a good time, and then we got on when we were all made members. All right, it was a weird fucking night because they took us in trucks and we went to this goddamn abandoned gymnasium, and they had us line up next to the wall in the dark like some goddamn refugees. They might as well have been putting us in cages like, oh my God, the evil Donald Trump and ICE. They had us lining up against the wall like we were about to get executed. And they called us in groups of 2 and 3. And we went through a weird ass, eyes wide shut, creepy ass ceremony, dude. There was no sex involved. There was just a lot of weird masks and goddamn clothing and flowing clothing and weird fucking masks and incantations. A bunch of Latin words, dude, and all of a sudden I was a member of a fraternity I did not give a fuck about. All right? And all I got was a flask out of it. All right? I got a flask. I think it's up here around here somewhere. But I just remember at the night that I got made a member of the fraternity, it was so anticlimactic and gay. Like I was just known as one of the weed smokers in the fraternity. So my big bro, there was like big bro, little bro. So the pledges got assigned to a member, and the members were supposed to show them the ropes around the fraternity house and whatever. My quote unquote big bro was one of the other stoner dudes in the house, and you know, it was after the ceremonies there when we got inducted into the goddamn membership. All right, and I just went to this dude's car with him and smoked a bowl, and he was like, "Well, dude, you remember? How does it feel?" And I was just stoned and awkward, and you know, in my head and insecure. And I was like, "Feels good," you know. And it was so weird. It's like, what the fuck ever, dude? I don't even want to be a part of this shit. And so, you know, the weed gave me the clues into that situation. I need to get the fuck out. All right, but ultimately, I finished out that college situation in a different school, in that state school, that Oklahoma State University. All right, I got that English degree, and I haven't used any of it. But I did use my connections I made with Kevin Powell Jr. to get out here in LA and get shit rocking. All right, if I wouldn't have went there, I wouldn't have met Kevin Pollard, wouldn't have been out here, wouldn't have met the Outrage crew probably. Everything doesn't happen for a reason, but goddamn it, we make the best of it. You think Andrew Yang's gonna get that boomer money? AOC will save us from the boomers. Oh, dude, I will save us from AOC if need be. All right, we're both the same age. All right, if she turns 35, decides to run for president, dude, and if it looks bad for Western civilization, I will throw my hat in the ring. I will get in there. You know, and I'm gonna get that two birds from one stone, dude. Not only am I gonna beat her in the presidential election, she's gonna become one of my side chicks. Burgess says, I went to college but dropped out. I thought it was stupid. Yeah. I mean, you're just paying for your own indoctrination. Unless you're going into the hard STEM fields, hard sciences, and you can stomach that. I did not want that lifestyle being an engineer, dude. Who the hell is John Ward? John Ward Wang song? Well, fittingly so. The Outrage Chancellor, he's got to whip out his wang and take an outrage piss here. All right, John Ward on YouTube.
Hello, I'm JW.
I don't think this is the right YouTube. You gotta link me, baby. John Ward, World Champions. All right, we'll do it, ladies and gentlemen.
First things first, this is John Ward. The second and more relevant image is the probably copyright infringing logo of YouTube creator John Ward, and this is a clip from a John Ward YouTube video.
Oh shit, it's Hillary on the head of the T-Rex.
Third-person narrative, hey, I said narrative, which means I need to say Russians, allow me to reintroduce myself by breaking the fourth wall and together with you the fourth estate in and through the pursuit of truth in all directions. And you in being the central element of the metaphorical quincunx of the unbusinesslike business model of the Kekistani synergy that
I'm just going to let this play, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to take an outrage piss. I don't know what the outrage crew has led me into.
I thought you were paying attention before the cheap seats because Russians. Notwithstanding my recent and seemingly malicious trolling of my own subscriber murdership, which I'll address in a moment, I'd like to quickly highlight the fact that in a few short months we have, again together, accrued over 4 million minutes of watch time, which is nearly 8 years, and enough unique views to sell out an entire season of Patriots football. Thank you. With regards to my Clinton murder tapes clickbait and the issues not entirely incorrectly raised by select subscribers thereof, I will try to succinctly tie together the threads of what exactly is going on here and, as unintrusively as possible, outline an argument for why you might entertain the unsolicited intrusion of considering supporting this channel financially, whether through Patreon, PayPal, or an industrial dump truck load of conflict diamonds. Ladies and gentlemen, and yes, I just assume your genders, know that we are at war and that the outcome of this war is inextricably tied to the fate of both our biological and ideological survival. This is not meant to sound hyperbolic, as every living person from which every living group is composed self-evidently exists in the now, that to be alive...
What the hell are we listening to?
The now is effectively reduced to zero, and regain arbitership over the one thing that is rightfully...
What the hell did the Outrage crew lead me into? I can't tolerate this, dude. This is what we're listening to when the Outrage Chancellor cracks another beer. The fuck it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's that goddamn Epstein Island earthquake. It capsized. Right? Everybody thought California was going to fall into the ocean. It turns out it was just Jeffrey Epstein's private island. Plot twist, John Ward copyright strikes Nixon. He can't live stream for a month. Oh my God. Fearing for my life. I thought it was going to be a goddamn, thought it was gonna be a fucking song of some sort. Nick wishes he had 1% of the vocabulary of John Ward. Dude, I have the most exquisite vocabulary. All right, I just don't bust it out in the Outrage crew because I'm not pretentious. All right, I'm not sitting up here like Eric Weinstein making word salad and pretending I'm a physicist. And pretending I'm saying anything goddamn meaningful. Pretending, oh, call me Weinstein because I feel like I'm like Albert Einstein. I'm the backyard Albert Einstein, aren't I? I'm just going to ramble on, and because I'm slightly more intelligent than Joe Rogan and have a decent vocabulary, I'm just going to say a bunch of physics terms that he has no idea what to push back on and just pretend like I'm an expert. I'm not about that behavior, dude. I relate to the people. All right, I'm that blue collar philosopher. And that should have been the title of the stream. Blue collar philosopher. Who is AIU? This is a valid theory. I don't know whether or not Burgess is keeping Dave Kranick trapped in his basement and performing, all weird experiments upon him and ceremonies and torture rituals. I don't know what's happening there, but that's a decent theory. All right, I'm not making any allegations, Burgess, but it's all, it's all alleged. All right, but you better watch out because Dave Kranick, he's that resilient patriot, dude. I mean, he's going to bust out of there like goddamn Liam Neeson and take it. Don't try to sit there and think you can just torture Dave Kranick. He's had his balls shot off by a child soldier, dude. Don't think you can keep him down. I miss Dave Kranick. That motherfucker he was sipping, extravagant liquors. He was watching live stream from goddamn hospital beds, dude. What the hell? Well, I hope he's all right, dude. Thank you, Luca Bear, for the donation. By the way, paypal.me/Outrage TV if you want to contribute to this Western Civilization Defense Fund. Right? We're trying to shore up our foundations out here. We're trying to keep, we're trying to keep control over ourselves. We're trying not to stick our dicks in every, in every random orifice on the planet. We're trying to keep control. We gotta settle down. Settle down, baby. What up, Archer? Mr. Archer, he's out there defending his property in Arizona. All right, don't come close to Archer's property without goddamn permission. He'll blow you to smithereens. You'll have pieces of your body hanging up in the goddamn tree. Burgess says, I'll do something special just for all of you. You want me to call Dave? I have his number. Dude, give Dave Cranick a call. All right? Text him that motherfucking live YouTube link, dude. Let's get that goddamn soldier back on here. Yes, Mars Hot, the ped dominoes are falling. There it is. The shoe has dropped. All right? The head cretin. All right? At least that we know of. Jeffrey Epstein, all right, his island is capsized. All right, it's that pedophile island destruction. That earthquake. Oh, that would be the ultimate plot twist cover-up, dude. This is that goddamn spy thriller movie, and Burgess calls him, and then the phone rings in the other room. Oh no! I forgot to put it on silent. I was just going to get off on the elaborate joke I'm playing on the Outrage crew. See, Archer, he's got more bullets than you got body weight. All right? He can take out every nucleus in your cells. He's not going to leave you with any nuclei, dude. Oh, we had a good day out here, ladies and gentlemen. Got out on the Postmates streets, got a lot of goddamn free pizza. Boxes and boxes of free pizza. And it's that Italiano authentic. Apparently they import their flour and goddamn mozzarella from Italy. All right, so it's that high quality pie in there. Got up on stage at the fourth wall, rocked it out. Nothing postable, I think, from the set, though. Had an up and down set. I riffed on some people that were new, that were hanging out, and they were playing speaker music, some dark-skinned individuals. They were actually both very funny. I'd never seen them up at the fourth wall. But we showed up at the outside the fourth wall, and they were standing over by the dumpsters, and they had a Bluetooth speaker mounted on the dumpster. And they were over there jamming, dude. And it was just hilarious. Getting that dumpster party started. Miguel, ladies and gentlemen. Alan James says Epstein gets arrested and suddenly everybody's giving Nick free pizza. Hashtag pizza Nick. Oh my God, don't look into my connections to the Podestas and Comet Pizza. We don't fuck around with that pedophile pizza, dude. We get on that real Italiano. All right? We're not making metaphors to children in jacuzzis. Oh, I was talking about Julian Assange and on stage. I think there is a bit there that's pretty funny. That why is nobody talking about Julian Assange being a goddamn savage legend? All right, for Western civilization. That's what I should have said, is Western civilization. I said American hero or some shit, and the next guy on stage pointed out, oh, he's Swedish, isn't he? And I was like, that's not what I meant. But Julian Assange, he's that last journalist standing. All right? All the cable news, corporate whore media, they're just lapdogs for anybody. Oh, let's get Hillary Clinton on, and thank you, Queen Hillary, for gifting us an interview, and just we're going to eat your snatch on camera now and just spread those wonderful queen legs of yours, and we can talk about our butch lesbian haircuts and scissor in the studio, and it's so fun. You know, that's the cable news media. And even Fox News, you know, Tucker Carlson hates capitalism, you know. It's all fucking weird, ladies and gentlemen. It's all weird. And Julian Assange, he's got that perfect journalistic record. And he's actually exposing criminality, something the media is supposed to do to be a watchdog on people in power. But instead they just lick the boots of people in power. And oh my God, nobody even points it out. It's just, you know, they're the most powerful and you have to pander. But Julian Assange has got that perfect journalistic record with WikiLeaks, dude. Everything they've leaked, everything they've posted, everything they've exposed, everything they've reported has been validated 100%. And this whole time while he's been doing it, he's been banging Pamela Anderson. Come on. What? How much better can it get? I know Pamela Anderson is getting up there in age, but goddammit, Julian Assange is an ugly fuck. All right, but he's out there, he's hacking, he's sneaking, he's leaking. You know, he's on that deep state sneaking. He's on that private eye. He's getting in there and exposing the criminality, exposing the corruption. And he's exposing Pamela Anderson's titties. And he's getting that sweet lick in, dude. Julian Assange is a goddamn legend. Bertie Cracker says, when did Tucker hate capitalism? He just always, you know, tries to do this weird thing where he shits on libertarians for like, you know, not comprehending the need for government regulation. And oh my God, people are going to make mistakes. And so we need the government to step in. They're being exploited by these, you know, predatory loan shark programs. You know, just... Normally, Tucker's pretty good. He's the best guy on cable news by far. But, I mean, he just doesn't have any principles, and he just, you know, makes excuses for government intervention wherever his little emotional apparatus leads him astray. He'll say, oh, we need government here. Yeah, Tucker's not the problem. I know what you're talking about, Bertie Cracker. I was just using him as an example for even, you know, even on Fox News, you got this weird, you know, fake ideology. What up, CE? Archer says, I'm going to jump off a bridge if you continue to talk about Hillary's snatch. Dude, you don't want me to talk about that goddamn, you know, that side of beef there? Them side of beef curtains? What am I all about? I'm all about the non-aggression principle, dude. I'm about getting down to the goddamn rational truth. I'm about defending Western civilization and the principles therein. All right? I'm trying to get down to them core principles of Western civilization. All right? The First Amendment, the Second Amendment, you know, the non-aggression principle, free market capitalism, and calling out taxation being theft. And getting down to the root of the goddamn government corruption that has led us astray from the smallest government in world history into the biggest government in world history and 700 military bases across the goddamn planet. Need to get the goddamn deep state demon Hydra government cut down. They gotta cut off the heads of the Hydra. See, he says, boring, thought we were doing drugs. Well, I can see how the light would be deceiving, dude. How do you know that I'm not loaded up on ecstasy? I'm on that Western civilization defense ecstasy. Owen was going back and forth with some comedian today, Ben Gleed. Do I know him? No, sir. See, he says, I hope you are. Well, you know, I'm on these natty lights right now. I'm getting on this goddamn, you know, we got the ecstasy lighting, dude. We're on that purple rain in the background. How do you know there's not a rave about to start? A comedian's running for president? Well, I think in the Czech Republic, some comic ran for president and won. So, you know, get in there. We need somebody other that's not attached to this deep state apparatus, but they got to have a name. They got to have a lot of money to run, so they don't have to rely on the special interest donations and the big lobbyist money and the big corporate money and the big bank money. They got to, I mean, Trump, he's that apparition, dude. He's that random encounter, for Western civilization. Is that random rendezvous. I mean, he was super famous already, and he had a lot of goddamn money to throw at the situation. It's not that often that an individual like that takes a chance and runs for president. You got to have that celebrity president that's not connected to the deep state web apparatus. He's an LA comedian who runs bringer shows. Thought you might know who he is. I've actually never heard his name before. Ben Glebe. Okay. What's crack-a-lackin', AJ? I'm not 100% pleased with you referred to me as nut milk. That's very, slightly derogatory, but I'll take it. Because you know what the fuck I'm on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm mixing this shit into my protein shakes. Nut milk is good for you, dude. That's that almond and cashew. 10 grams of protein per serving. You mix it into your goddamn protein shakes. And you keep your immune system healthy. I'm not going to say you get yourself bigger, because I'm not getting myself bigger that much, because I'm not getting to the gym as much as I want. What up, Johnny Chadwick? Don't say soy boy, all right? There's no soy milk in there. Do not say that. And you tried to spell out soy boy, but you missed the Y and you mispronounced it. You missed your opportunity to roast me. What up, Jules Valles? There's nothing soy about that milk, dude. It's about nuts. And don't make fun of me, all right, for buying nut milk from West Hollywood. It's high in protein. Jules Valdez says 30% odds we have a big earthquake in California tomorrow. It's false flag time to keep this out of the news cycle tomorrow. Oh boy, we got to keep that house rocking. So you don't look into what James Comey and Andrew McCabe did and Rod Rosenstein. Don't look into Peter Strzok and the WikiLeaks. Your house is rocking. It's that weather modification, dude. They're controlling it. No, it seems to be a natural occurrence, all right? Just the universe is rebelling against, holy shit, it's Dave Kranick. What's up, Playboy? That's that original Outrage Patriot. He says he's still alive. His schedule changed. He's working like 65 hours a week, and Burgess did kidnap... Oh... He says, and Burgess did kidnap me, and then he corrected himself and said didn't. Oh, dude, Burgess came through. What up, Dave Kranick? Glad to have you back, you bad motherfucker. But I understand the Outrage Chancellor. He goes live very late, in the night there. The schedule's not for everybody. All right, have a good night, Archer. Yeah, Dave Kranick, we were afraid that you succumbed to your wounds there. We know you're that heavily stitched up patriot. You had all them goddamn, you had more stitches in you than goddamn communists in the universities. Dave Kranick says, my divorce is killing me. I lost my shop. Oh, goddamn. My single life is killing me. All right. I'm looking to shackle up with a woman. All right. I'm looking to try to settle down with heaven ultimately. We're in negotiations to try to settle down. I'm trying to get this family apparatus, this goddamn foundation, solidified. But I hope I don't end up in that divorce situation. I was talking to heaven about it, and I don't fundamentally know the intricacies of marriage. Like, can you just have a marriage that's made official, quote unquote, by a church, or do you have to have that goddamn government stamp? I don't want a goddamn government contract. Why do I have to sign up, why do I have to sign up for mercenaries to come and take half my shit if the relationship doesn't work out? Jay says, next trying to settle down. Anyone able to donate a goat? I'm gonna get a PO box if you want to send me a goat. All right. We have a tiny little patch of grass in the front of the apartment complex there. I could keep a goat chained up with a little bit of room to roam. All right. I just have my outraged goat out there in front of the fucking apartment complex, dude. And I go out there and milk him, and I get my vitamin D. AJ's gonna donate a chicken. There you go, dude. I'm gonna have a goat and a chicken out there in the fucking front of the apartment complex. Hopefully it'll scare these people away that bring their dogs over to, because we have the only patch of grass on the block, and people from all the surrounding apartment complexes, they bring their dogs over to unload on our lawn. And we have big giant signs that say no trespassing, will prosecute. And nobody abides by the goddamn signs. They just bring their fucking dogs over, lift them over the gate, and have them unload their doo-doo onto our property. And then in the winter months, when the sun doesn't hit the pool, I got to go out there and get that vitamin D in front of the apartment complex, dude, and then I smell that doo-doo emanating up. All right, Dave Krennic. Peace be with you, brother. Glad to hear you're doing all right, man. Keep on pushing. Keep on pushing, baby. Stay on that grind. The grind will take care of you. All right? Take care of yourself. Eat your goddamn vegetables. Don't drink too much goddamn, don't drink too much of that liquor. AJ says Nick is trans curious. How dare you? He was trans bamboozled. And that's one of the things that's leading me down this path of I need to shore up my situation. I got to get out of these streets. I got to stop looking at every girl's ass that walks past, Because the outraged chancellor, he doesn't jerk off. He doesn't watch porn. And so I'm heavily fired up every goddamn day. I'm ready to stick my dick in any awaiting orifice, that's in my surrounding area. All right? I'm very fired up, if you couldn't tell. We got to keep it controlled, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Burgess may be playing all these characters. It may be an elaborate prank. It's okay. We're enjoying the facade. All right, we're enjoying the facade of differing members of the Outrage crew. It's fine. This is that K. Burgess puppet show. All right, and we love it. That's such good advice, Bradley Murray. Get the chin up and the chest out. Because, you get weighed down by life, you get depressed, dude. And that was one of the first things I started doing when I was super depressed in engineering school, is I realized I did not want to be there. And I was just smoking a ton of weed and sleeping in and not wanting to go to class. But sometimes those physiological triggers will get you out of a mind state. Sometimes you have to force yourself into a certain posture and make yourself feel better. Sometimes you got to put that motherfucking chin up and push that chest out. Now, the outraged chancellor, he's got himself a bit of a chicken chest situation here. And so, I got to push my chest out extra far. But I'm still pushing it out. You get out there and get confident and make your moves in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Looker Bear says, I think if you stop drinking, you can do better than heaven. Marriage isn't a big deal if you marry someone you can trust. Well, that's the deal. I can trust heaven because we've been through so much shit together, and I know her personality inside and out. And she has her emotional ups and downs, but I think a lot of that is based on the volatility of the life she's been leading. So if I think she's committed to, an individual like the Outrage Chancellor, there would be, some stability that's newfound that comes over, because she has improved a lot from when we first met. Truthfully, we were both a goddamn mess when we first met. AJ says you're marrying heaven. Oh, we're in negotiations. All right, about being a couple again. All right, nobody's talking marriage yet. All right. So don't go, when heaven gets on the stream, when the Outrage Chancellor goes and takes an outrage piss, don't be saying to heaven, "Oh my God, you're getting married." And no, we're in negotiations of being a couple again. The Outrage Chancellor has to take his dick off this open market because, it's a wild jungle out there, dude. Got to settle down and focus on what matters, dude. And I think it's going to help my career. It's going to help my stand up. Focus on what matters. All right? And stop trying to, flip through dating apps and talk to every random chick you see on the street and get involved with everything and just, it's a big ass goddamn distraction. What's up, Tatiana? Alan James says AJ's the right thing to do with the baby coming and all. There's no baby coming. All right, we're not forcing our way into any situation. Don't be speculating. There's no baby situation, dude. We're gonna make that call in our own time. All right, I gotta make some. I gotta stack up some shekels here before we even think about that. All right. Right now we're struggling to afford 2 people. Alan James says, Tatiana, it's okay. There's plenty of other buy fish in the LAC. Do not say I'm a buy fish. No, Tatiana is welcome. All right, to come up in the domicile, and I'm sure. And Heaven seemed very receptive to her compliments on her figure. It seems like Heaven would want to meet Tatiana, and it seems like vice versa. I don't know if they want to get engaged in that situation. That's their choice. Gotta get another natty light, ladies and gentlemen. Hope y'all liking that purple rain in the background. I might change up the colors in the background. I was trying to get that red and blue flavor for Americana, and then it turned into purple. Who would have thought? Takes you back to first grade fucking art class, ladies and gentlemen. Red and blue together makes purple. Who would have known? AJ says, when's the baby due? There's no baby. But I do eventually want some goddamn, some Steph Curry children out here, dude. I want my kids to be able to throw down dunks in middle school. Windmills. And I'm gonna be that LeVar Ball dad up in the goddamn in the crowd just flexing on the other parents. Ooh, your son just got posterized, baby. What happened? Did you even see it? Instagram saw the shit. What's going on, World Star Hip Hop? What's up, Jay Cook? He says, with Epstein in trouble, be wary of distractions, made up media fueled distractions. People were theorizing that the weather manipulations, all right, they were making the earthquakes to distract from the Epstein arrest. I don't know, that seems a little conspiratorial to me. All right, but things are coming out, ladies and gentlemen. You know he's going to try to plea out. You know he's going to try to give up the goose to save his own ass. That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious if right before Bill Clinton kicks the bucket, he gets exposed as having gone to Jeffrey Epstein's private island, and it all gets confirmed. And Jeffrey Epstein goes up there and fucking and tells the whole story, dude. Oh my God. All the deep state criminal pedos are shaking in their boots. AJ's assuming Nick's gender. Everybody's assuming my race. I identify as trans black. All right. I'm trying to get into the NAACP. I'm trying to be, I'm trying to be immune of being accused of hate speech. All right, because only white people get accused of hate speech or hate crimes. I was thinking today, I think hate crimes and hate speech are just like extra taxes on crimes for being white and committing a crime. Because it's like, how was Jesse Smollett not charged for a hate crime for what he did? He's blaming all white people and Trump supporters for some shit that never happened. He totally made it up. And he used all these fucking police resources and, went on TV and tried to fool the entire country. No hate crime. Have you ever seen a black person or anybody other than a white person accused of a hate crime? It seems to be just an extra charge for being white and committing a crime. They already committed the crime. Why do you have to tack hate on it? Yeah, it just says every crime is a hate crime if you think about it. Yeah. You think somebody who murders somebody isn't motivated at least a little bit by hate?
How cool.
What's up, Evan? You like the little light show we got going on?
This is so cool.
You see, it's distinctly red and blue right there, but then look on the stream and it's purple.
Purple's a hair color.
We're getting royal with the colors in the background, ladies and gentlemen. We were just talking about, have you ever heard of a not white person being accused of a hate crime?
There's so much pizza.
Oh, so much pizza.
Can you show them?
Look at the pizza. It looks delicious. There's a
Oh
fun.
my God! Look at this pizza.
It's like artisan pizza. It's unbelievable. I did the little trick where they added an order and then they got canceled, but I remembered the name and I went in there. I was picking up for Alina, and they gave me a fat stack of pizza.
That's insane. That is so cool, and they have preheating options too, so you can heat it up properly.
I was trying to plug in that little toaster thing, but the plug is so goddamn short.
It is very short, but there's so many pizzas. And they're pretty boxes.
We're going to be getting our shoulders bigger tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get out there and make that rent money, and we're going to cross the rent threshold tomorrow. All right, and then I'm going to get in the gym and eat some of that pizza.
Can I have some? Are they all the same?
Do not say that, Alan James. What?
Are they all the same?
No, they're all different. We got like pepperoni. We got this the white sauce.
Can
We
I
got
take one?
regular cheese.
Can I take one?
Take one. What do you mean?
Ooh.
Grab
Ooh,
a
spiders on me. Fucking shitbags. What the fuck?
grab a slice.
Fucking spider ass bitch.
Oh my fucking, there's a white spider on me. Fuck.
How big was it?
It's small.
It was a white supremacy spider on heaven.
He was like trying to get
He had a tiki torch.
too far. Can you see some?
Grab a slice.
Big slice. You have 4 pizzas. You're a selfish bastard. No, because. I don't want meat.
Burgess says, I understand that view. Every crime is a hate crime, but the hate law BS was meant to prevent KKK stuff.
Why can't
It's
we
abused
commit
today.
love crimes? Why can't we have love crimes?
Why does there need to be an extra sentencing tack on for a hate crime? It's like, if you're committing a crime,
Because no,
it's already a little bit hateful.
It's, well, not really. It's also crimes of passion that aren't just hateful. They're just crimes of passion. I understand. These are so light though.
They are kind of light. They're not thick pizzas, but they're
How much did you eat?
they're fucking delicious. I ate like 2 or 3 slices.
Without working out, are you okay?
I did consume carbohydrates without working out today, ladies and gentlemen. Full disclosure on the podcast, all right?
There's so many pizzas.
I did.
Oh my gosh, this is really good.
I know it's unbelievable. I did put a spider on the pizza to trick heaven. You found me out. Is that a hate crime? Any crime that I would do to you would automatically be considered a hate crime.
Why would you commit a crime against me anyway?
I'm not going to commit a crime against you, but if I did, it would automatically be a hate crime.
I'm the nicest person you know.
Heaven's the nicest person I know. Why does Jussie Smollett not charged with a hate crime?
Right? Facts. What the spider is fucking biting me?
Did you kill it? I saw you flick it, but where'd it go?
I don't know.
I hate having a random spider in the domicile. The other day, I saw a spider crawl up from back behind the toilet, and I was very, I was freaked the fuck out, and I tried to kill it, and I narrowly missed the spider.
What kind of man are you can't kill a spider?
I narrowly missed. All right, and then it crawled back down behind the toilet, and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna wait for it to crawl back up. And then a spider that looked almost similar, but not the exact same spider came up, and I killed that
What
spider.
happened today?
And so I'm like, is there another spider?
Someone stole Swampington at work.
Huh?
Someone stole Swampington.
What is that?
My vape.
Somebody stole your vape? Oh my god.
I believe it's one of my coworkers, and I'm really sad because my boyfriend gave that to me. That was like $130 vape. It was not cheap.
It was about that big, the spider. It was it was not small, not huge,
So I have to buy a new one.
but it was wicked looking.
I'm really sad because he's my baby.
Well, all in good time. We shall acquire new vape apparatuses.
That's not the point. People, and this is not the first thing at work that's gone missing of mine. Just mine.
Where did it get stolen from? Where do you have it?
At work.
Well, obviously, but where?
I left it on the counter or something and someone took it.
No.
It's not the first thing that's gotten stolen. My ring got stolen and my vape.
What do you
and
carry it with you while you're at work?
I keep it in my back pocket usually, and then someone took it. And this is a really awesome vape.
Oh yeah, Alan James says New Zealand has things the size of your hand to suddenly turn up crawling across the wall. Oh my god, that's creepy!
I think in Russia too.
Fuck! Yeah, Alan James is not impressed by our spider stories. He's out there cheating death every day, dude, in Australia. They got them deadly goddamn animals.
This is really good pizza.
It's so good. But I'll take a random spider over constant bugs all year long
Bye.
in Oklahoma. Constant mosquitoes, constant goddamn grubs and centipedes and fucking beetles and roaches and all kind of weird shit that comes up in Oklahoma. All right, it's that humid goddamn weather, dude. Spawns the creepy little animals. Spiders aren't that bad as long as they're not, you know, in your bed or crawling in your mouth while you're sleeping. It's the kangaroos on meth you need to worry about. Dude, I want to have a boxing match with a kangaroo. How big do those fucking things get? How big do kangaroos get? The average red kangaroo, large mature 4.9 feet. The large mature males can stand 5.9 feet. Oh my God. They'll kick your stomach open. Yeah, I don't know. I might want to fuck with a kangaroo, but I got a mean front leg turning sidekick. I might open that kangaroo's gut up. You know, if I sharpen my toenails, you know, I'll fucking lift the knee up and turn the hips. Hit that motherfucker with that fucking turning sidekick, dude. I used to be very fucking scared of spiders when I was young. I saw that trailer for Arachnophobia when I was like 9 or 10 years old. I think it was like, you know, in the late 90s or early 2000s that movie Arachnophobia came out with David Arquette. And there was this one scene where he turned the faucet in the sink and like millions of tiny little spiders poured out. And I would have these goddamn recurring nightmares where I was taking a shower and I would turn the faucet handle and millions of spiders would pour out and cover me, dude. And I had to run away. You know? I also got traumatized by the Psycho trailer. They remade Psycho in the year 2000. And that was right around the time when I was 9, 10, and I stopped taking baths and I started taking showers. And I was very apprehensive that somebody was going to come in and murder me in the shower. All right, I was a very my pseudo-Jewish mother instilled these neuroses within me. All right. I was very fucking terrified of nothing at all. What up, Florida Stacker? Yeah, I'm sorry about the stream last night. I know it was a little, all over the place and clusterfucked. We're just going old school phone stream tonight. We're trying to get the goddamn webcam working. We need that other cord to get the full processing power of the graphics card there. All right, we got to get the settings in OBS configured correctly. All right, but glad to have you back, Florida Stacker. He's out there stacking up crocodiles and bench pressing them. That's what I always picture Florida Stacker. He comes on the stream after a full day of getting out in the swamp and incapacitating crocodiles and bench pressing them in front of their crocodile friends. Just for intimidation purposes, dude. He's out there in Florida. I like people from Florida, dude. I like a little, wild behavior. You know, I like a little cocaine-inspired lifestyle, dude. I like a little, exoticism. All right? And people out in Florida, they're goddamn insane. Most of their family's probably on Oxycontin, you know. They're doing all kinds of drugs. Stacker has stacks of silver coins and bananas. Well, god damn it. He's a prepper. Prepping for the apocalypse. Burgess says spiders usually scare people for no reason, but bats do the same thing, and snakes, LOL, a lot of these animals help keep them pests away. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have an occasional spider, and a snake, around than these goddamn rats or mice. If I go some areas in LA, some areas in downtown, some areas, in central LA, sometimes you go by a bush and you can hear them rats scurrying. And it's very disgusting. I can't imagine living in New York though. New York got that rat population, dude. Them rats are just percolating below the surface. Yeah, I was listening to some podcasts today. I was listening to I was listening to Owen Benjamin going off on his slanderous rants about Stefan Molyneux and how he somehow wants violence. Because he said that when the right takes to the streets to defend themselves, let history know that the left started it. How is that arguing for aggression? It's called self-defense. All right, if Antifa's out in the street destroying shit and whacking people over the head with bike locks, dude, taking to the street to take up arms against those cretins is not aggressive violence. It's not a violation of the non-aggression principle. They're out there trying to take down your society. They're trying to vote for big government communism and cultural Marxism. And they're trying to control your life. And they're out there with batons and goddamn bike locks. They're breaking windows. They're throwing shit through windows, dude, at Starbucks for some goddamn reason. And they have communist flags. All right? Standing up against that shit is not arguing for violence. But there's not one person who has done more in arguing for a free society and not succumbing to violent temptation than Stefan Molyneux. He's written entire books on that premise. That in the art of the argument, the whole introduction to the art of the argument, Stefan Molyneux's book was about how the argument is civilization. You don't have a civilization unless you can sit down and make arguments and put down your goddamn swords and shields. You sit down at the table, you make your goddamn argument, and you come to what the truth is, or your best estimation of it. All right? And you have a discourse. You have a debate, you have an argument. Nobody wants to get out in the streets and confront these, ghoul-faced basement-dwelling cretins, in Antifa. All right, but there comes a certain point where they're encroaching on Western civilization, where you got to get out there and stand your ground. You got to be like Bradley Murray and get your chin up and post your motherfucking chest out. Okay, I'll send the Discord link for Bradley Murray. Yeah, it is a little bit hard to find. You got to go to the because if you Google Discord Outrage TV, it doesn't even come up. I don't even have it on my search history here. I was logging into it because heaven was on my computer, and then the damn history got reset somehow now. Somebody else that has easy access to the Discord, please post that link. Alan James usually has that quick link over there. Burgess says, I heard Antifa is going to start carrying guns. Well, that's bad news for them. All right, because, 90% of the right-wingers, they've been carrying guns. And they know how to use them. All right? So while Antifa is trying to, figure out, that they forgot to turn the safety off, and they're getting their barrels all jammed, and, they don't even know they forgot to put the ammunition in the gun. While they're figuring out them intricate little, introductory details, the Patriots are already locked and loaded. All right, they're at that disadvantage. They're trying to get out there and, pretend like, oh my God, we're going to start the revolution. They're LARPers. Owen James says, I keep posting it. It must be getting hidden. Yeah, I need to put it in the upload default so I can have a little link to it in the description here. I will do that after the stream. I will in the next upload defaults. We will have a link to the little Discord there. Bradley Murray. He says I knocked out like 5 Antifa out cold in Salford outside my mom's house. Dude, that is fucking awesome. Oh my God. Is there a video of this on the internet anywhere? Oh man, that is fucking awesome. I want to go to Britain and have a goddamn pint with Bradley Murray and crack some goddamn Antifa skulls, dude. Oh my God, Bradley Murray, he's out there on that British Steven Seagal. All right, he was cracking them, you know, he was pulling arms over his shoulder and breaking them off, you know. Dude, when it comes down to it, you got to clean house. You got to get on that Roadhouse, dude. You got to get on that Patrick Swayze. Dude. Alan James. He says Nick banged 6 Antifa guys outside his mom. It's a slander. You wait till I get a Jewish lawyer, Alan James. We're coming after you. And his slanderous comments, dude. I didn't know if the image could get funnier. I imagine Bradley Murray, you know, cleaning house and knocking out 5 Antifa. And then I imagined, you know, unfortunately, the outraged chancellor in an Antifa gangbang, and it was just a horrific mental image, but that's probably the funniest thing I've heard this week, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. You're going to take an outraged piss, ladies and gentlemen? All right, resist the Antifa temptations and just have a goddamn cigar. Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, them smooth toads, baby. What's up, Kiki? What's up, Raw Dog? Raw Dog coming in hot with a goddamn typo. I think he meant to say Satan is the devil, but he said Satson is the devil. And that's okay, dude. We all make mistakes. All right, but I don't know what you were trying to say. I think it's pretty obvious Satan is the devil. All right, but I did hear Owen Benjamin say today that he thinks Bitcoin is the mark of the beast. What the hell are you talking about? God damn it. Oh my God. They have an internet kill switch. You think the deep state wants to shut off the internet? You think there's any goddamn, they benefit from the internet too. They have a lot of internet, they have a lot of data collection devices. All right. The NSA is profiting heavily from the existence of the government. They're not shutting down that government apparatus anytime soon, dude. They appreciate you voluntarily offering up, all of your information on all the social media apps, so they can keep track on you. They want to keep that internet connection live on your phone. They can keep your location. It's just retarded, dude. They have this assumption, oh my God, the electricity grid might go down, so Bitcoin is irrelevant. And it's like he doesn't even make an argument against it. He just says it's the mark of the beast. It's this oversimplification you get into when you get into this religious way of looking at the world, dude. And it's very weird. And yeah, he has all these weird critiques of anarcho-capitalism. Dude, it's about voluntary interactions. That's literally all it's about. And you're making arguments for the government to come in and just take care of things. And what happens if a kid wants to suck a 70-year-old's dick? What happens? What about the kid's family? What about the 70-year-old's family? What about all the extraneous, details in this scenario that you're cooking up? This lifeboat, disaster scenario. Oh my God, an 8-year-old wants to suck a 70-year-old's dick. Is this the big problem that is troubling society? Is voluntary dick sucking by 8-year-olds? That's why we can't have a free society. Oh my God. If anybody knows about the situation, they're going to be reporting it to whatever authorities there are in the situation. And there's plenty of authority to be wielded in an anarcho-capitalist society. It's just not coercively enforced at the point of a gun. Sweet Chin says ANCAP is gay. Not an argument. What is the Discord 4-digit tag, says Florida Stacker? I don't rightly know. 4-digit tag, now, you just search for, how I've found it, is you just search for Outrage TV once you go to the Discord app, a home page. And you find it there, dude. For the second says your number, it asks. Maybe you have to have an invite. Let me, you can add a friend with their Discord tag. Don't add a friend. Just go on the left panel to server discovery. All right, and then search for Outrage TV. All right, that's terrible advice because I just tried to do that myself and I've got no results. But here is the Outrage Discord link in the chat. Let me know if you can. Let me know if you can access that or not. Burgess says Rothbard's anarcho-capitalism is impossible right now. It's super extreme. Well, yeah, compared to like an overnight transition into Rothbardian anarcho-capitalism, of course. It's a goddamn extreme, fantasy. All right? That doesn't mean it's not the goal long term. We got to figure out the goal long term in order to figure out the strategy in the middle, in that intermediary situation. No, I did not see your new vid, Alan James. Post up that link. But the point is just making more and more interactions voluntary, getting the government cut down to size in the interim, all right, and cutting down the most amount of involuntary interactions in society and increasing freedom. That's the whole point, dude. It's not about having an overnight utopia. All right, it's about incrementally working our way toward the proper thing. And in order to do that, we have to identify the proper situation. We have to, we have to work towards. And just saying, oh my God, it's God and Jesus, what we're working towards, yes. That's too ambiguous. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on. Like, there's been plenty of, quote unquote Christian, politicians that have done horrific shit. George W. Bush piled up, hundreds of thousands of bodies in the Middle East. He didn't defend the country. We had the worst terrorist attack in the history of the goddamn country when he was running the country. Christians have failed us because they don't have a definite plan. They don't they don't adhere rigorously to their principles. They don't say that thou shalt not steal. They don't extend it out to taxation as theft. They don't do it. They just make excuses for growing the military-industrial complex because they have some kind of weird, like, bloodlust and some kind of, God complex that they can go over and police the world and bestow democracy on the Middle East. Bradley Murray says, I've been telling my ex I am God. Well, who wouldn't feel like God, all right? If they were, doing wheelies on their dirt bikes and knocking out Antifa. Come on. But it's not about feeling like God. It's about, having an adherence to a higher set of principles. All right? It's about having that scientific thinking, that scientific method that leads you toward the correct path and the correct principle. And you have to universalize your principles that are universally applicable to the situation. You have to say theft is wrong, and so even the government, they're wrong for thieving. Universalize your principles. Kiki says, first it's free and fun, then it's voluntary, then it's about kids and pets, then you need to do it to keep your job. They do it with everything. They groom people and condition them to give in. Then it's about kids and pets, then you do it to keep your job. I don't know what Kiki is talking about. They groom people and condition to give it in. Then you need to do it to keep your job. Are you talking about the financial system? Oh, Burgess and Kiki look like they're talking. Oh, chips being in your body. Of course it's that obscure. Chips being in your body. Oh my God. Joe Rogan can't wait. He doesn't want to be blamed for not making arguments for defending Western civilization and copping out for leftist talking points and just, not really getting down to the truth. He's got a chip in his brain. Who can blame him? He took the Google chip. He's a Google bot now. But I see what you're saying. The progression of framing things as a utility, as a service, as a product that helps you, kind of like social media. like there's a helpful and cool aspect to the communication capacities of social media. But then all of a sudden, all your information is online, and the NSA is snooping. All right? They know where you are. They know what you're doing. They know who your friends are. They know what your job is. But this whole idea of downloading your consciousness into a computer is so retarded. We don't even understand how human consciousness fundamentally works. Oh my God, we're going to program it into a computer, and artificial intelligence is not real. All right? AI are ones and zeros that are programmed into a goddamn computer. It's input and output. There is no creation that happens in a goddamn computer. There's no such thing as AI. It's a goddamn beta, wet dream. Oh my God, I don't want to live in this reality. It's not conducive to me, and I just want to, live in the World of Warcraft world. And they fantasize about having their lifelike sex bots, Oh my God, we're going to have the beautiful sex bots. And then, well, what if you actually figure out how to program free will into the sex bot? Then all of a sudden, when you try to fuck your sex bot, actually, I have a headache. Maybe you should sleep on the couch. No, we gave it too much free will. That's what Jeffrey Epstein was working on right before he got indicted. What's up, Denise? Finally, a voice of reason. Oh, truthfully, I don't know where the hell heaven went. I need some more alcohol. I've only got a little bit of this beer left, ladies and gentlemen. Burgess says that he looked up his name on Facebook and a hot young model showed up. Well, there you go. It's that K. Burgess. It's that K. Burgess booty. All right. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Sex trafficking charges for Epstein. That private island is collapsing. Sex robots and AI. All right, we've already got virtual sex robots. When these goddamn people like Kylie Jenner are being robotically constructed by surgeons with disparate body parts, dude. She doesn't have a real body part on her body. She's got this fake beanbag ass stapled on her tailbone. She's got cheekbones carved out. And she has a goddamn billboard rented out on Santa Monica Boulevard and La Cienega Boulevard in LA. I think those surgeons need to have some goddamn billboard space standing up next to Kylie. Just in the B-boy stance. We're the ones that made this shit happen. It's that Voltron thought. They formed her like Voltron, dude. It's that lab created, super Voltron thought. Any more news about the Epstein stuff? Well, let's click over to this article we were on earlier. Several of the billionaire's employees and associates allegedly recruited the girls for Epstein's abuse, and some victims eventually became recruiters themselves, according to law enforcement. The girls were as young as 14, and Epstein knew they were underage, according to details of the arrest and indictment shared by 2 officials. Epstein's attorney, Martin Weinberg, oh, it's a Berg, declined to comment when reached out by the Daily Beast on Saturday night. Quote, "It's been a long time coming. It's been too long coming," said attorney David Boyes, who represents Epstein accusers Virginia Roberts Guthrie and Sarah Ransom. How is her name Ransom? That's a little bit convenient. Quote, "is an important step toward getting justice for the many victims of Mr. Epstein's sex trafficking enterprise." Oh my God. It's like the Playboy Mansion of pedophilia in island form. This guy is the arch nemesis of our times, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, it's been looked at as this like weird conspiracy theory that, oh my God, Clinton flew on the Lolita Express, and you know, it's also goddamn weird. This is what happens when you get a big government apparatus, and you know, super rich people like Jeffrey Epstein can get connected and, you know, get into that blackmail webbing. That's what a lot of this underage sex trafficking shit is. They're trying to get people in positions of power compromised in order to control their behavior. All right, they're trying to get them on camera with some underage chicks, and then all of a sudden you got them controlled for life. Burgess says, when we catch them all up on these sex charges, I want them released into general population in federal prison. There you go, dude. No luxurious prisons for Epstein. All right, we need to get that elastic worn out on Epstein's back end. All right, we need to put him in the jail cell with Bubba. All right, and get Bubba, you know, on some testosterone supplements. And let him get in there. What up, Zepar? Bradley Murray says we hang them high in the streets. There you go. Zepar says, toke on this bad theory, bro. They use Epstein blackmail. They use Epstein to blackmail Trump into war with Iran. Thoughts? I don't think Trump fundamentally gives a fuck, because I think his conscience is clear. I don't think Trump is the type of motherfucker to bang little girls. I mean, he's into porn stars, he's into supermodels. You know, that's not the profile of a dude who creeps on little girls. But, you know, it could be theoretically possible, all right? But he seems to be backing off of all the Iran stuff. I mean, that seemed like a goddamn pump fake. Zipar says Trump is tied to Epstein just like the Clintons. He took one flight on the Lolita Express. Denise says Trump is blackmailable. More reason he is hated. Oh, Trump is unblackmailable, I think is what she's saying. Yeah, I mean, if Trump would have had some legitimate blackmail, it would have come out by now. They've been digging for fucking 3 years to find something on Trump. And they've reached the bottom of the barrel, and there's just nothing. Sabar says he backed off Iran. Now they need to use the dirt to blackmail him. Well, I think they would have already used it. I mean, their clip is empty, dude. I don't think the Dems have anything left in their clip. You know? I mean, they could probably get to Epstein and have him try to make up a story about Trump. That'll probably be the next thing. Oh my God, the Epstein expose, where he goes on this fantastical fan fiction story about how Trump was engaging in underage goddamn, bang bus situations on the goddamn private island there. But fundamentally, if Trump didn't do it, he's not going to back down. He's not going to capitulate. All right? Because we've seen what he's done with other allegations that would have brought lesser men down. When these women come out and say, oh my God, Trump cornered me in this closet and raped me, and there's no evidence or any substantial, witness testimony or anybody confirming the story or anything, and Trump just goes on Twitter and he's like, nope, she's not my type. I wouldn't be involved with her. She has a very butch lesbian haircut. She's not my type. You can see my type. My type is Stormy Daniels. My type is Melania. All right? You've seen my girlfriends before. This is not my MO. She's not my type. Dude! That's the most gangster fucking way to get out of a Me Too investigation ever. She's not hot enough for me to fuck her. That's that apex predator president, dude. Come on. She's not my type. What the fuck? Yeah, Denise says the audio was all they had, and then joking with Billy Bush, consensual. Yeah, if they would have had something, it would have came out a long time ago. All right, because the Clinton campaign was getting nervous for how how confident this fake confident facade they put up for the public. They were fucking nervous about Trump after the the debates got going and everything, and he's like, you'd be in jail. Oh, like they were, and Clinton was coughing in every one of her speeches, dude, and it was all crumbling. And so if they had any real legitimate dirt, I mean, the Clinton campaign would have had a direct, contact trail to Jeffrey Epstein. If Jeffrey Epstein had anything on Trump, that would have been brought out a long time ago. But yeah, the whole grab him by the pussy thing was so absurd. Dude, let's see, when was it? It was like, I think it was like a week before the election. I went on stage at the Hollywood Improv, and I had this bit about how everybody wants an outsider president, and here he is. And everybody's pissed off because he said, oh my God, he grabs women by the pussy. And I said, there's a difference between, oh, this is sexual assault, he grabs women by the pussy, and what Trump actually said, which is, they let you. When you're famous, they let you grab them by the pussy. They just let you do it. He said they let you do it. That's called consent. All right, so it goes from sexual assault to a groupie. All right, when you got a private jet with your name on the side of it, when you got big gold-plated buildings with your goddamn name on it, you gotta grab pussy just to keep it from hitting you in the face. It's coming at you so fast. You're in a river of pussy. And so I was doing this bit on stage at the goddamn at the Hollywood Improv, dude. And they were not buying it. Oh my God. I was, you could tell, I had stepped into a hyper leftist bubble. And they were like, oh my God, he's saying what's true. He's making excuses for Trump. And the room was like all blown away and fucking, they were weirded out. And dude, I got off stage and I walked straight I didn't even stay for the rest of the show because I knew everybody hated me in that room and I didn't give a fuck. I was laughing, dude. I was walking down the sidewalk. I was like, ha ha, got him. And I was walking down the sidewalk, dude, like a goddamn psychopath. And then this dude ran out of the Hollywood Improv and followed me. And he was like, oh, dude, hold on, dude, that was, holy shit, dude. I mean, that was ballsy as fuck. And like, I don't know. I was kind of miffed because I didn't get any laughs. Like, I mean, you can feel good about your material, but if you don't do well, you still feel like you bombed. And so I was kind of in a weird mood. And so I was like, okay, thanks, man. And I probably should have stayed and talked to him a little bit more. But I was like, if you liked it, you should have laughed. If you thought it was funny, all right, have a goddamn sack and fucking laugh. Don't give a goddamn about this peer pressure in the room. Oh my God, he's dangerous. If you think it's funny, laugh. Ellen C says all sexual assaulters say they let you do it. Well, that's all they had. They didn't have evidence of any goddamn sexual assault. All they had was the audio of him saying they let you do it. Why would a man who can attract Melania consensually need to rape anybody? All right? He's not in Bill Cosby territory, dude. Them Miss Universe chicks, they were pushing up on the Trumpster, dude. He was holding his hand here. It was kind of like, the guy in Full Metal Jacket, where he held his hand out and he's like, choke yourself. Private, choke yourself. And the private had to lean down, that's what Trump did. He just held his hand there and he's like, bring the pussy onto my hand. I can see you're letting me do it. I can see you saw my plane. All right, bring your pussy onto my hand now. Choke yourself. Trump with porn star versus Clinton with little kids. Give me a break. How am I supposed to take any of this seriously? What up, Wasp Bear? Thank you, Denise. Yeah, it was, I hate the Hollywood Improv. It's the most leftist, grungy, retarded identity politics, horseshit cultural Marxist room I've ever been in. And it's just a vibe. I can feel the fucking vibe when I look around and I see all these skanky women and these loser beta dudes that are trying to fuck them. And they're just all the skanky, little whores are sitting around like, oh my God, nobody's impressing me. If it's not about feminism and inclusivity, it's not funny. And then all the beta cuck loser faggot dudes that are hanging around them, the beta orbiters that are hanging around waiting to fuck these chicks. Meanwhile, they're fucking some alpha Chad, in their private time. And they're never going to fuck these dudes that are hanging around them. But they're, oh my God, let's go to the comedy show. Maybe I'll get to fuck her. Oh, maybe I can get her drunk enough. I mean, these little Jewy fucking weirdos. And they're sitting around and they, when they hear a joke, they just look at the chick they're with and see if she laughed. Do you think it's funny? If I laugh at this, am I not going to get any pussy? You're destroying Western civilization with your cucked out behavior. I hate these goddamn rooms, dude. I hate the Hollywood Improv. I've been to the Comedy Store. It seems a little more relaxed at the goddamn Comedy Store, dude. It seems like you can actually joke about some shit. I don't know. The Hollywood Improv is a big fucking steaming pile of shit. But if anybody's booking the Hollywood Improv, I would like a spot. I'm not going to turn down a spot. All right? I'll go in there and shame the cultural Marxists to their face. Oh, thank you, Wasp Bear. Good shit, baby. We go live at midnight every night, dude. We come on here and rock it. Burgess says, I have packed a gun or knife my entire life. If I was female, I'd do the same thing. Try it. Just try it. Click, clack. Oh, I don't know what it takes to get a concealed carry out here in LA, but I'm eventually going to figure it out. All right, I'm going to be that desperado for Western civilization, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get on that Bill Hicks behavior with that goddamn long trench coat, dude, and you know that special he did in '93. All right, where he had the cowboy hat and the long trench coat, dude. I'm going to be like that, dude. I'm going to be that defender of Western civilization. I'm going to have that concealed carry. Any cultural Marxists want to have a goddamn issue, we can see about this goddamn duel. Where's your sidearm, dude? We can settle this like men. Get out here like on this Barry Lyndon. You ever seen that? Stanley Kubrick movie, the Barry Lyndon, with Ryan O'Neal? Oh my God, that movie is fucking awesome. That's the duel scenes are just so surreal. Like that's how motherfuckers used to settle arguments. Is they would have these fucking little musket guns. They would pack pellets in, and they would stand across from each other, like 30 feet across, and just take shots. And they would fucking flip a coin to see who got the first shot. You just had to stand there and take your goddamn shot and see if they could fucking hit you. Ooh, Wassberg, he grew up in that Lawton, Oklahoma. I've been to Lawton, dude. I've been out there playing basketball, dude. We probably got our goddamn basketball team, we probably got, they probably wiped the floor with us. I know Lawton, they have more black individuals than Ponca City, where I'm from. All right, we didn't have many black people on the team, dude. We just, we were into that scrappy defense and half court execution. We were the hardest working team in the nation. All right, but we figured out that we weren't all equal. All right, because when you traveled out of town to one of them urban areas, dude, you figured out all that hard work bullshit wasn't gonna matter. You can try to gas yourself up, dude. Oh, dude, we know all our plays. We've been running hard. We're well conditioned. We've been listening to our coach and everything, And you show up and the other team doesn't even have a coach. All right? They're just rolling blunts and shooting dice on the sideline. We're like, what the fuck is this? Are they ready to play a game? Then the game would start and we'd figure it out. First time down the court, we try to throw a pass and get picked off. All right, you're trying to find the ball in transition. You're like, where'd the ball handler go? And he's above you at that moment. He's soaring above you. All right, and the only thing you have to, he's kind of in that mistletoe position. And the only thing you have to kiss is your own ass goodbye, dude. Even your own teammates on the bench are filming the shit on their phone. This is going on World Star Hip Hop. I don't give a goddamn what team I'm on, dude. You just got posterized. They didn't have a coach. They had to do from the N1 mixtape tour, Oh, baby. I'm getting crossed up and shit. Sizzle. First motherfucker gets dunked on, they got to take their jersey off. By halftime, it's just a pile of Caucasian sadness on our bench, dude, with no shirts on. We had to forfeit. I stepped up. I was like, you guys are good at this game, but how about a little philosophical discussion on geopolitics, fellas? How about that? They were like, nah, we gonna party with your cheerleaders. I was like, okay, fine. Damn it. We're not all equal, dude. We're better at different shit. I know Joe Rogan and Eric Weinstein like to get real tense when they're talking about race and IQ. Oh my God. We can't say that white people are better than anybody at anything, or it's white supremacy. If we're going to admit that black people have bigger dicks on average and they have, higher vertical jumps on average, why can't we admit that white people think quicker on average. It's not about white supremacy, dude, because the Asians and the Jews are better than white people. What's up, Don Morgan? You're saying hopefully Epstein takes Donald Trump and Bill Clinton down with him. Why Donald Trump? Are you a hater? You don't want Western civilization defended from cultural Marxism? Don Morgan says, what are you basing that ignorant statement on? The proven to be biased IQ tests? How are the IQ tests biased if they directly correlate with income? They're directly correlated with income and success in society. It's obviously measuring some kind of processing power in your goddamn brain. It's not culturally biased, dude. I've taken a lot of IQ tests. A lot of it is, physics and geometry and mathematics. That shit transcends culture. It's pattern recognition. All right? Pattern recognition transcends culture. Don Morgan says if they directly correlate with income, then they are definitely biased, seeing the income inequalities of the United States. That has nothing to do with the IQ test, dude. Because the United States has been importing low IQ third world immigrants for a long goddamn time. Our collective IQ is lowering. Just because there's a small percentage of people that are directly benefiting from this big giant federal state apparatus we have doesn't mean that has anything to do with IQ. The income inequality has a lot more to do with the big government protectionism that happens when you have a big federal state apparatus that big corporations and big banks can take advantage of and cut out their competition. And then the 1% isn't legitimate. They cut out their competition through corruption and through lobbyists and through tax breaks that they're able to afford based on their excess capital. And the small business and the entrepreneurs, they can't do the same thing, so they can't compete. That contributes to the widening inequality. Doesn't have any goddamn thing to do about IQ. Don Morgan says, who works at the big banks? Who are the main shareholders? Not minorities. It's the financial institutions, dude. It's generally high IQ people. Are you mad that there's no Jews in the NBA? Different people are better at different shit on average. Alan James says Jews are minorities, you racist. Are you mad there's not more Kyle Korvers in the NBA, dude? Nobody wants to watch Kyle Korver play basketball, and nobody wants to have a black accountant. Everybody wants a goddamn Jewish accountant, dude. Ooh, Don Morgan is coming in here. He's getting down to the definitions here. He's picking apart Alan James jokes. What's the definition of racism? What's up, Joe? Dr. Drunkenstein. I wish I had some more goddamn booze. I think I'm all out of booze, dude. Outrage crew is just getting started. Burgess says, would the world be less violent if the world was smarter? I think it would be a total wipeout if half the world got 200 IQ. Total wipeout? I don't know. The higher IQ the individual, the less prone to violence they seem to be. Because you go to high IQ homogenous societies, there's very little crime. You know, in the Nordic countries, all right, in Europe, in Sweden, where everybody makes justifications for socialism. Oh my God, they have pseudo-socialism in Sweden, so we must do it. They have a high IQ homogenous society. Nobody gets accused of racism in Sweden, dude. Unless they're arguing against the incoming migrant horde. Unless they're upset about the no-go zones. Dr. Drunkenstein. Oh my God. I wish I had some goddamn tequila shots to take with the Outrage crew. I'm going to look on the freezer just in case some tequila decides to appear. There's no tequila. I thought I could magically manifest some tequila. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Japan hardly has any crime, dude. Don Morgan says, hopefully the feds put pressure on Epstein and he gives up all of his political buddies on both sides. I agree with that. All right. If Donald Trump has been fucking little kids, I want it to come out. I'm not some, relentless Trumpster. I don't support Trump for no goddamn reason. I support him because he represents something. He represents a barricade against the oncoming cultural Marxist onslaught that's infiltrating its way into the institutions of our society. Into the goddamn universities. 20% of social science professors in the United States self-identify as Marxist. That's a problem. 20% self-identify. How many don't self-identify but are secretly Marxist? Yuri Bezmenov was right. We have a Marxist infiltration, dude. Nick should Postmate some booze. I wish I could afford it, ladies and gentlemen. PayPal.me/Outrage TV if you want to contribute to the booze Postmating fund. Oh yeah, it's 2 a.m. Yeah, Raw Dog is right. He said 2 p.m., but he meant 2 a.m. I think Raw Dog may be more buzzed than me. But 2 a.m., that's that cutoff in LA. You can't get any more booze. I just remembered that. It's so sad. But I can smoke some weed and I can eat some pizza, ladies and gentlemen. We're them riders on the storm, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to this. I'm gonna take an outrage piss. All right. I'm gonna construct my vape pen and get a little more water. I shall return. And I'm going to eat a piece of pizza. What's up, Gamer Word? Yes, sir. We're going to get on that THC. We're riders on the storm for Western civilization.
Riders on the storm.
We got a sweet little piece of pizza here, courtesy of some free Postmates. Wonderful activity. Alan James says, well, there goes next arguments. What's my favorite strain? I've been into indicas more. Sativas, I'm already neurotic enough. Sativas send me into a hyper neurotic state. So I like a little indica. All right, just put me back in that relaxed mode. I'm smoking something called Runts. Oh, there you go. Well, a little hybrid. Brother Mary says gonna have to catch up on this stream. Well, you're asking the wrong man because I can't even remember what we've been talking about. I just smoked some herb. We've been talking about Epstein putting pressure on his political buddies to get out of trouble. All right, we've been talking about differences in ethnicities. All right, and why you would much rather have a black man as your running back, why you'd much rather have a Jewish man as your accountant. All right, we've been talking about race and IQ. We've been talking about empirical reality. Sorry for the audio listeners. I'm bringing the blood sugar back up with a goddamn slice of pizza. After the herb here. And yes, Alan James is right. Normally after I consume alcohol and then add weed on top of it, all right, the arguments slow down considerably. But I love the Outrage crew. I love coming on here and talking shit with you beautiful bad motherfuckers. Glad to have some new viewers on here. Some fresh blood into the Outrage battleship. All right, we're out here on the high seas of cultural Marxism. We're combating it. All right, we're them riders on the storm of cultural Marxism, dude. They don't want it with the freedom-minded individuals in this country. They don't want the debate. That's why they're wearing masks and going out and joining Antifa and smashing people over the head with bike locks because they're scared. They're scared of a legitimate debate. All right, they're scared of getting exposed for how little they know what the fuck they're talking about. Then carrying around a goddamn communist flag, pretending to be virtuous, out there LARPing, trying to preserve your single mother's check in the mail from the government. Oh my God, these freedom-minded individuals, they want to cut entitlements because it's wrong. And it's immoral to steal people's money and redistribute income as a centralized monopoly sees fit. It is wrong. And bike locks don't make it right. Bike locks and masks don't make it right, dude. You're an idiot. And you won't face it. And you won't come to reality, and you won't have an argument, and you won't, face the facts that you don't understand one shred of what you're talking about. They don't want to look in the mirror. But we have to stay in the realm of arguments. All right, we have to shame that activity that bypasses that. But, some of us were like Bradley Murray, and, if they encroach upon your mother's front lawn, sometimes you got to knock a few motherfuckers out. All right, but that's that self-defense. We're not going out and meeting them in the street. We defend our property. Don't let them encroach on your property. That's all you need to defend. all right, and you make them look like the violent idiots out there on the street with masks. Because the shit that the Proud Boys do, and the shit that, you know, I mean, it goes viral on YouTube, and oh my God, the confrontations in the street, and the right must. I do see a kernel of what Owen Benjamin is saying about Stefan Molyneux getting into this back and forth with the Antifa, and being like, oh, when the right strikes back. I don't fundamentally like that. It's not my favorite thing Stefan Molyneux's ever said, but I'm not, you know, it doesn't discount anarcho-capitalism or libertarianism whatsoever. Alan James says Proud Boys haven't done anything wrong. I don't have any evidence that they've done anything wrong. I'm just saying the best road to take is to, this is a situation where taking the high road in terms of framing the situation as a debate. Do you have an argument or not? If you don't, well, I'm defending my property. I don't know what you're doing in a goddamn mask with a bike lock. Don't come my way, you won't enjoy it. And if enough people have that attitude, these people are just going to be standing out in the street looking like idiots. And the police are going to step in when they throw a fucking chair through a window or some stupid shit. But if you get out there and combat them in a physical way, it gives the police it gives like agent provocateurs a chance to step in and pretend they're, you know, on the other side and make them look terrible and start violent confrontations and get it on camera. And you present an opportunity to make your side look like you started it, or like this is what you're all about, is being violent and confronting people. That's not the look you want to have for your ideological movement. That's not how you get a political opinion across. But you defend your mother's lawn if they come on, you know, they come into your mama's house. I see what I see the type of shit Bradley Murray is on. Alan James says, so if you have a different opinion, just stay home. No, you challenge them to a debate. You don't go there ready to fight. If you're going to go there, be like, oh, you want to have a, let me hit my cord there. You want to have an ideological showdown in the streets? We can do that, dude. We can get on that battle rapping in front of a crowd. We can battle rap arguments. Let's go. There's nothing wrong with a little street discussion, but don't go there with weapons looking to start a goddamn fight. Because that's not de-escalating. That's not changing anybody's mind. That's the ultimate goal, is to change minds on the fence. People that aren't sure which camp they sit in, what principles they really agree with, what really applies in their life. A lot of people are on the fence. And the non-violent, more intellectually consistent side is going to win over more hearts and minds. Oh yeah, Alan James says they're turning up at peaceful pro-Trump meetings, etc. Then you just got to stand your ground. I can see that, because then there's no way to spin the narrative that, like, I mean, in the case of Charlottesville, the narrative was spun immediately that it was just a white nationalist, you know, racist rally. And what it was is a Unite the Right rally. There were a lot of regular ass conservatives there. And it just so happened to be a small minority of psychotic weirdos, may or may not have been controlled opposition, may or may not have been agent provocateurs. We don't even know. All right, but in the melee, in the disaster, somebody gets ran over, and oh my God, Donald Trump is evil. And they did have a permit to assemble. All right. I'm just saying the culture war is going to be won ideologically. It's going to be won with arguments. It's going to be won with passion and dragon energy and commitment. And that's what we got in the Outrage battleship. I'm the theoretical John Wick. Eventually, I'm going to take martial arts classes and you know, be able to, you know, adeptly and in an elite fashion defend myself physically. But that's what it's fundamentally about. It's about if somebody's attacking you, defending yourself and standing your ground. Otherwise, it's about dunking on people, as Joe Rogan would say, with your arguments. Sweet Chin says Weinstein says I don't care about the culture wars. Also says if Trump keeps winning, then we can buy some time. Yeah, that line about we got to stop Trump from winning to buy us some time. Trump is buying time. He's buying time against the big government manipulative, you know, establishment complex that wants to rifle through your wallet and not having any accountability for what the fuck happens with the money. But Weinstein operates in the Weinstein. Let's call him Weinstein. I think you're calling him Weinstein as a joke. Oh, no, Weinstein. Weinstein. He's in this big government collegiate system that's getting subsidized by the government. So, of course, he submits the, you know, forcible redistribution of wealth and forcible funding and propping up of these propagandistic universities where he can just pontificate on his fake, you know, alter dimension physics theory. And oh my God, he's a layman's Einstein and it's all so gay. What are you talking about, dude? Taxation is theft. What are you doing with your... You're supposed to be an intellectual. You're supposed to be contributing something of value. And you're sitting around masturbating on everybody's consciousness with your word salad. Who gives a fuck? Oh my God. Yeah. Trump is not connected to Jeffrey Weinstein in any meaningful way. If he was, it would have already been exposed. Although I can see the thing of the Clintons not wanting to bring that up. If you know, in the campaign, but I think it would have been dug up after he won the election, like during the Russia thing, you know, because the Clintons couldn't say much about Jeffrey Epstein because Bill was, to the extent that Donald Trump was involved with Jeffrey Epstein, Bill Clinton was like 100-fold. He was in the club. We're going to the island, dude. Don Morgan says he was accused of sexual assault in his mansion in Manhattan. Are you talking about Epstein or Trump? Because Trump said, she's not my type. Dude. Oh my God. That's the slickest way to get out of a goddamn Me Too accusation ever. Just fundamentally just alpha. Oh my God. Well, we're at 144 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. We're out of beers. We're stoned, ladies and gentlemen. It was a good goddamn night. We got some bunch of free pizza. We got up on stage at the fourth wall. We rocked it out. Tried to go with the webcam with the Outrage crew. We're going to get it figured out, though. We got to get some more cables here. PayPal.me/Outrage TV if you want to contribute to the improving technological situation for the Outrage Chancellor. Right now we're on a goddamn iPhone SE. And honestly, you know, I love the lights back here. All right, we're improving the look of the situation. Tomorrow we're going to be getting a big goddamn tapestry. An American flag with an eagle on it, dude. We're going to be getting into it every night, midnight, Pacific time, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming on or defending Western civilization. Like it if you like it. Share this stream out, ladies and gentlemen. I love the Outrage crew. We're out here on the Outrage battleship in the cultural Marxist high seas. We're them riders on the storm. We're weathering the storm, dude. It might be the perfect storm. We don't give a goddamn. We're like George Clooney in that goddamn movie. We're handling the shit. I love the Outrage crew. Big ups to you. All right. Happy Sunday to you. We'll catch you next time.